Okay, hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. This is Stephanie from Lumeria Star. And today what we're going to do is take a look. We're going to do a full walkthrough and first impressions of the Deep, Dark, and Dangerous Oracle. So this is an oracle by Stacy DeMarco and illustrated by Kinga Britschke. I hope I pronounced that right. So this is a rock pool deck, and this was sent for me for review. So I thank you so much, Rock Pool, for allowing me and gifting me these beautiful decks so that I can check them out, work with them, and then share them all with you. This deck in particular is not out yet. I'm filming this at the beginning of October, so this is not out yet. I believe it's on pre-order, so we can take a look at it together, see if it's something that you would enjoy. So the first thing I want to note is the box is actually textured. I don't know if you can see that with the light. You probably can't, but it's actually textured with a snake skin, like scales. So that's really cool because obviously on the cover it looks like we have a depiction of Medusa with the snakes in her hair, which is really cool. So I don't know anything about this deck. On first impressions, I did see this on Amazon and I added it to my wish list. It was something I definitely was very interested in. It seems, obviously with the name Deep, Dark, and Dangerous, it seems like a really great deck for shadow work, great for like the darker months of the year that we're kind of going into, and really just kind of like just diving deep into our shadows. I think this deck will be great for that. So let's take a look at the back. Let's see what it says. There is great beauty and power in darkness. What if, by stepping into the realm of the monsters and the things that go bump in the night, what seems twisted and dangerous is actually a torch leading us out of the darkness into divine wholeness? From the iconic Medusa to mermaids, valkyries, and vampires, selkies, and sibyls, find your truth in the deep, the dark, and the dangerous. This deck includes stunning images of the world's deep creatures, dark goddesses and gods, and dangerous heroes and shadows. Okay, so that's super interesting because I kind of made the first impression assumption that this was like a dark feminine deck, but it seems like it has creatures and heroes and also goddesses and gods, which is pretty cool. So it's not just that dark feminine energy, we've got that dark masculine as well. So we've just got a dark energy that we're working in. So that feels more balanced. So I actually really appreciate that. So let's take a look here. I love this interior. This is super weird. I don't like snakes, and for some reason lately I've been very, very drawn to snakes, snake energy, snake iconography, snake jewelry. It's super weird. I have this snake ring that I wear sometimes, so it's so interesting that I feel like all these snakes, like this deck, for example, is just kind of like showing up in my life. I think that's really cool. Okay, sidebar. I digress. So that's the inside of the box. Really lovely. And I did already obviously take off the plastic wrapping so I wouldn't have to fumble with that on camera. So we've got our guidebook, which we will look at the end. I always just love diving right into the cards first. So taking a look at the back, I love this red and black imagery, and we've got our snake. And even though we have a snake and the tail, I feel like this could definitely still technically be reversible if reversals are something you read. They are not. I do not read them, so that doesn't matter to me, but I do feel like if you do read reversals, that's possible with these backs. We've got this gorgeous red gilding, really beautiful. All right, so let's get into the cards. I believe the artist who did this, so Kinga Britschke, I believe is the same artist who did Stacy DeMarco's other deck, the Oracle of the Moon Goddess, which I actually do have. I got that in a trade on my Patreon, and I haven't really used it yet. It's in my pile of like to work with, but I believe it's the same artist. So if you like the Oracle of the Moon Goddess, I feel like you'd like this artwork. Okay, so let's just dive in. I know nothing about this deck. It looks like it's numbered. So we've got 1, and it also says deep here. So I don't know if there's suits. Okay, that's gonna be interesting. So we have number 1 here, which is deep. And it looks like we've got 2 keywords here. So depth and shadow. Number 2, also deep. So this might be a suit. So I guess the title here is Selkie, and the keyword freedom. Kraken, keyword mystery. I actually really love that imagery. I love any type of ocean imagery, and like a dark ocean imagery, yes. So I kind of love mystery as the keyword for that. Dragon with the keyword of treasure. And also note, these are glossy, but they're not bothering me, which is nice. Kelpie, which honestly I don't know what that is in like mythology or anything like that. Keyword warning. Hell, which I know is a dark goddess, acceptance. Ooh, that's a really haunting image. I like that. We've got like half skeleton arm, and like half human form. Ooh, Hades for the underworld. I love that. So I work with Persephone. Hades is the counterpart of that Greek myth, who kind of kidnapped her into the underworld, which I'm guessing maybe this is Persephone. Love the keyword as the underworld. I think that's such a great keyword for any type of shadow work. So we have Scylla, resilience. And I'll be interested because a lot of these titles I'm not familiar with. So I really hope the guidebook explains. So we have Cerberus, guardians. Hopefully I said that right. Okay, so I don't know how to pronounce these. Gunakadiet. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Blessings. Okay, so we're still in it says deep here. Number 11, Hydra, regeneration. Apooch, fear. Sybil, foresight. Mermaid with beauty, love that. Any kind of mermaid energy I'm here for. Okay, I don't know how to pronounce a lot of these names, but keyword loyalty. Emthros. Oh, how lovely. We have a Persephone card, the journey. And we have Hades here, and then we've got like the springtime here where she was kidnapped, and now it looks like this outside is the underworld. I'll be really interested to see what the guidebook says for that. Minotaur with compassion. Okay, so now I just noticed we're in the, I guess, suit of dark. So I guess it's probably 3 suits, deep, dark, and dangerous. That would make sense. Charon with reciprocity. Nyx with darkness. Hypnos, rest. Hecate, illumination. I really like that imagery. That's pretty fierce. Oh, I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm not going to try. With service. Circe, alchemy. Kali with love. I actually really like that keyword for Kali. Anubis, respect. The Morrigan, sovereignty. The Muir, loneliness. Ooh, spooky, spooky card. Vampire, hunger. Werewolf, change. So this actually is such a great deck for Halloween too, and just Samhain, spooky season. You could certainly use it for that. And I'm also noticing that we are now in the dangerous suit. I think that started with vampire. Yeah, dangerous, dark. Yep. Do we know how many cards are in here? Did it say? Did I say? This is 44. Okay. Myrmidon, discipline. Arrhenius, vengeance. Chimera or chimera, synergy. Banshee with grief. I am not even going to, well, no. Jordmungander. Midgard serpent for cycles. Harpy with chaos. Catsith, focus. So there must be a lot of like mythology in here that I'm not familiar with, but I'm always down to learn, so that's cool. Fetch, mirror. Kusith, focus. Sheila Nagig, boundary. I don't know if I'm pronouncing these right. I'm sorry guys if you guys are like cringing. My apologies. Doing the best I can over here. Sphinx with gratification. Aussie, disconnection. Valkyrie with choice. Medusa, injustice. Love the Medusa card. And Puka, mischief. So I'm hoping, another thing that would be nice is if the guidebook has how to pronounce them. That's always helpful. Okay, so let's take a look here. Got an introduction about the Oracle. So we've got some spreads, Dark Moon 3-card draw, the 4 element spread, traditional 7-card spread, timing spread, that's interesting, dedication to your cards. Okay, so then we go into each card. So it looks like we have a little bit of a color image here. The number, the keyword, or the title and the keyword. So we've got a write-up of it. We've got a plant companion and crystal companion, which I think, let's see if they have that for everyone. Yep, so they have, yeah, so they have plant companion and crystal companion for each one, which is interesting. Let's see if like with some of the harder ones to pronounce, if they will, maybe not. So it doesn't look like we have pronunciations, which, you know, in the future for people who don't know. Oh wait, actually, so this one is pronounced Gunakadate. I don't think I pronounced that. So okay, so some of the more difficult ones, they do give a pronunciation. Awesome. Thanks, Rockpool. Thanks for doing that. Or I guess I should say thank you, Stacy DeMarco. All right, let's see. So it looks like we have the same amount for like each card, which is nice. Ooh, they do have pronunciations for the hard ones. Mungand. Cool, love that. Okay, so why don't we give this a shuffle? All right, so since we're in October, we are in, you know, the darker half of the year now. The veil is thinning. I feel like the earth is calling us to go inward. Mother Nature is calling us to go inward. Do some introspection. We're being called to be indoors more. We're being called to go inward into the depths of our soul. So let's see what message comes up for all of us. It doesn't matter if you are watching this the day I post it on YouTube. It doesn't matter when you are watching this. If you are watching this and this is coming across your screen, whatever's on your mind, even if you want to pause, ask the universe for guidance, or just a message for the day. Pause and think to yourself, what do I want to know right now? And let's see what comes through for all of us. And as I always say, take what resonates, leave the rest. Okay, so this is one of them. I don't think I pronounced that right. Kusith? Number 38 with a keyword of focus. So I'm going to read from the book because with oracles, I really like to see what kind of information they have. Kushi. Kushi, that's how you pronounce it. Kushi. All right. Everyone craves a level of safety, yet this level is different for all. Be aware of the risks in a current situation before making your decision. Listen to warnings if you are given them right now. Watch and act on red flags. So duality is safety versus risk. If you were walking the wilds of the Scottish Highlands, you might recognize, depending on where you go, that it is risky. The weather could turn for the worse. For example, you could be pelted with hail or sleet, or you could freeze. Perhaps you could hurt yourself climbing the cold stones, or a rock might fall on you from above. Maybe you could simply slip on the dew and slide into a bog hole. Further, there are other dangers that could befall you, like being killed by the Kushi. The Kushi, or the green dog of the Highlands, was a strange and formidable creature that concerned many people of the area. It had a shaggy green coat and a plaited tail, and roamed the moors and sharp cliffs looking for victims. It was bigger than the largest living hound, in that it was the size of a cow or a bull, and in fact, from a distance, may have been mistaken for cattle by unfortunates who soon found out what the reality was. You would think that an animal like this would want to hunt quietly. After all, it could stand out, and sometimes it did. Yet the most famous part of the myth here is the sound of the Kushi. It would let out a piercing, blood-curdling sound halfway between a bark and a howl. If you heard this sound, it was said that you had only until it barked a third time to seek cover and safety. Otherwise, it was your end. You were literally too terrified to live, and your heart would burst in fear. The Kushi is considered to be a fairy dog, and as such, not something you would go out and hunt lest revenge be taken. So the plant companion is bog myrtle, and the crystal companion is green agate. So it seems here that with the Kushi, we are kind of, oh, that's interesting. Sidebar, guys. So the keyword here is safety, but the keyword here is safety, where the keyword here on the card is focus. So that's interesting. So I think that might be a little bit of a misprint, to be honest. Not that big of a deal. So the keyword here for whatever was on your mind, or you were asking about, is really you're craving a level of safety, and I'm wondering what that is. Or is it emotional safety? Is it feeling safe around certain people in your life? Is it feeling safe in certain spaces in your life? Maybe in relationships, maybe at work. Maybe there's certain areas of your life where you're not quite feeling safe and secure. And even though that can be really scary, I would ask you to ask yourself, how can you provide that safety for yourself? How can you be the shelter and the place of refuge within yourself? How do you provide safety for yourself? Because if you're able to figure that out, this incredible thing happens where you always feel safe because your home is always with you. So I think that's the message I'm getting. That's certainly the message I need for today. I hope you found something useful in that message from the Kushi. So yeah, I think this is a really cool deck. Let's just see. We'll leave them out. Let's just see how some of them kind of look together. Alchemy and beauty. I think this could be a really cool one. I'm pretty excited about it. So I'd love to know what you think down in the comments below. What are your thoughts on the deep, dark, and dangerous oracle? Is this something you're interested in for doing shadow work, or learning about some gods and goddesses and mythical creatures? Let me know if this is on your wish list now or it's something you're not interested in. Tell me all the things down in the comments below. Again, thank you so much, Rockpool, for sending this to me so I can share it with you all. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you like it, feel free to give it a like, give it that thumbs up, leave a comment, and if you're not already subscribed here, please do, because I'm a small channel and that helps me out. If you want to follow me other places, you can also follow me on Instagram at Lumeria Star and also on Patreon. Come join the coven under the same name at Lumeria Star. So hope you all enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.